about that when that came out. And he would turn into T.I., and I'm talking about Uptown would be demolished. You don't want to go after that. And it was just, I was like, I'm so glad I went before this dude.
He would kill with that bit. That bit got him a lot of gigs because it was one of the most powerful bits at the time because he had him nailed.
Man.
I'm going to have to look that one up.
Oh, it's on YouTube. You will be so glad you did. LeVar Walker, shout out to you, man. Hope you will, brother. Tanya, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So I was just thinking back, like I said, I've known you, Corey, for years, and I've been in the room when you were destroying stages. But then I remember one time I was at the Laugh Factory in the restroom, and girls had come in there like cussing about you. F him. Why would he say that about abortions? He don't know my life. Like, they're just really, really pissed at you or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like they laughed harder at you than the men do. Like, you still sell out shows. You still have these women on your side because you're telling the truth about themselves, and they have to be able to admit that. So my question is, after these shows, what are these women saying to you?
Some people say stuff that is disrespectful. Most people enjoy the show. Let me tell you something, man. Sometimes when you watch stuff, like you watch a scary movie, it's not pleasant, but it's something about that scary movie that reels you in. Like, I want to see what happened. I want to see what happened. That's what happens on stage with me, man. It's like my shows are not full of only men.
You got a lot of women in your show.
Right.
They're girls who bring they like to bring the girl who don't know. they can laugh at.
That's funny.
Be like, we brought this bitch. She was bad as hell. What I do is I'm proud of what I do.
It's educational.
Right. But then again, it was one time that was back my stepdaughter. This lady walked up to me and she said, "Is that your daughter?" And I was like, yeah. And she was like, all that stuff is going to happen to her. And I was like,
wow. She was bitter.
Well, see, I think that's insane to walk up to somebody you don't know,
That's
with
crazy.
a child and say that. So it comes with mostly this, but every once in a while you get the weirdos out
Crazies.
there who talk crazy. I have couples who argue at my show. I've actually stopped my show and taken a picture of this couple because the girl was like this. And the dude was laughing so hard, and she was trying to control his laughter, and it's like that stuff is so worth it for me.
Yes, that's hilarious.
I love watching stuff like that because I know those couples are couples in crisis, and they not,
it hit too close to home.
They probably not gonna make it. I mean, how can you be with somebody if you can't even laugh around them? Somebody who tries to control your laughter, that's a major red flag.
That's a major red flag.
If they don't like the show, they can. I put it like this: if you don't like the show, maybe you can leave instead of destroying it for the next person, or say, "Hey, I'm gonna go wait outside" or something like this.
I'll respect it more.
I watch girls who try to control the atmosphere. They obviously can't control me because I got the mic.
You got that mic.
But you know what I'm saying? They try to control the atmosphere of things around them, and those are the people you got to watch. You ain't got to watch me.
Right.
You got to watch these crazy people who think that they are supposed to run what's happening while they are around you.
What's the worst,
funny.
like when you perform and somebody gets rowdy, what's the worst thing that's happened that you had to gain control back to what was going on?
I've been doing this a long time. It's a couple of incidents. Nothing has actually gotten too out of control, and I think that comes from me not being little.
That's hilarious.
I think it helps because I've seen comedians who are smaller, people run up on stage on them.
Oh,
like
wow.
it's this comedian I know named Damon Williams. Look, I always see people run up on stage on him.
That's scary.
They size you up. God damn it, you look. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's crazy.
I actually like when they run up on him. To be honest, 'cause I don't like him, but
I was wondering why you said his name. I was like, you must not care for the dude.
he's not like me. He doesn't act like me, but I've seen about 4 people run on stage on him.
Wow.
And that's just what I've seen. You know
That's just what
What is he talking about that makes people come on stage?
I think he's just the type of person the guys look at and be like, I'll beat his ass. I'm just saying. He's a local guy out of Chicago. God bless you, Damon. I hope it happens for you.
The most disingenuous God bless you ever.
Well, that's me jabbing. But he did stuff in my career to try to stop me. Clayton, you're a comic. I know you know about those people from your city that have jealousy about themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And they try to put barricades in front of your career. He was one of the dudes that did that to me. So that's why I go in on him now. I'm like, yeah, I let that get away. I let that go on for so long.
How would he stop you like back in the day?
Well, back in the day when BET was the Comic View show was on, they went through him. Like Comic View doesn't know. They go through different comedians that they know, and Damon made sure I wasn't part of the tape and the trip out there. And like everybody from Chicago, they combined the Chicago comics with the Milwaukee comics. And the Milwaukee comics was like, where's Corey and Jeff B?
Oh.
And you know what I'm saying? Damon had found a way to make that not happen. But it never, let me tell y'all something about that though.
Yeah.
Nothing anybody does can stop what you're doing.
Amen.
Facts.
Amen.
They can't stop it.
Yeah.
So now that he did all of that.
Yeah. Look at you.
Look at you and look at him.
He was opening up for me at one time.
Oh!
I still didn't say nothing. The only reason I stopped him from opening up because he did something else in my show.
Dang.
God damn it, he's still doing this shit? Damn. Now you can't open no more, boy. I'm gonna let one of the new guys open who deserve it. You know what I mean? The people who deserve a chance to be seen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everybody's seen Damon. He used to open for the Kings of Comedy.
Yeah, I remember
He
him.
politicked his way to that, and nothing happened. That means the country confirmed.
Wait, look at Clayton. Look at Clayton's face.
When you open up for the Kings of Comedy, I think most of Black America saw you.
Yeah.
Facts.
This was a pretty successful tour.
For sure.
And
for
it
sure.
led to nothing.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
he
God.
hurting. He's
The
hurting.
country has shown.
He said the country confirmed
The
it.
country confirmed.
I
Listen,
would
man.
start stripping or something just to make a fool out of myself rather than make a fool out of myself trying. Like, if you make a fool out of yourself because you know you ain't good and stuff, that's different.
Oh my God, you
But
killing
he's
him.
actually making a fool out of himself. You're not going to make it, dude. I'm telling you, man. You got
Well, there's the truth.
to invest in apples. Start selling apples or something.
Nah, you can't open no more. Kill me, bro. Here's the funny. It's like, man, I'm gonna give you this. So it's like you
This guy
hear.
started with me. It was me and Deion Cole and Damon. We all started at the same time.
How about that?
Yeah.
He's the only one that's not up there then.
Man,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah.
God show you his ways in weird ways. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, this cat, he's had every opportunity too. So I'm talking about him because I like it. Because he talks about me too. And then one day I saw him when I got on this airplane in Detroit. And it was so funny because I saw him when he got out his Uber.
Yeah.
I was laughing. I was like, I bet he on this flight to Chicago. So when he saw me on that plane, he was like, I was like, I started laughing my ass off. Because I'm not mad at him like, hey, motherfucker, let's fight.
Yeah.
I'm mad at him in a way where I'm talking about him because that's what I do.
Yeah.
I think I can make it funny talking about it.
You already have.
I'm
Yes.
glad it's working out. That's my point.
It's so interesting, man. You said a point that is so real, and this is one of the stories that I hold on to just as far as my life lessons, and Tange knows this. And this is inadvertently how another time you helped me and had no idea that you helped me. So there was this assistant to a casting director that never wanted me to meet Bentley Kyle Evans. Like never. Like every time he was doing a show and she was helping the casting director cast it, my name would never come up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, how can I get in front of Bentley? And, one show he was working on, the Rev, Tangerine was on, and she was like, yeah, come to the set, I'll introduce you. I was like, wow, this is extremely easy, and a connection, like you said. So I go meet him. He's super cool. This begins the relationship. I run into the assistant casting chick, and she's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm just up here. Who you here to see? How'd you know about this? And I'm like, man, just know that you tried to keep me from this, right? And then this is how you come into play, Corey. So fast forward, Family Time is shooting, and at the time, Black Jesus is shooting at the same time. So Corey can't do the episodes for season 2, and now this creates, they had to split the character. Like, all right, Corey can't make it. Now, with his episodes he was doing, let's create 2 different characters and just split it like that.
Yep.
And I end up auditioning for one of the characters of the split of the 2, and I'm the only one of the 2 that continued to make it through. But anyway, and
Facts.
this was 6 years ago, and here we're about to go into the 7th season. If you had not been able if you would have been able to do that role, I would never have gotten that blessing. But the fact that you were able to, you was like, yo, I'm doing Black Jesus, I can't do it. I was able to get that blessing. It was like, man, this dude is forever Big Brother, dude.
And
So
trust
thank
me,
you, Corey.
Trust me when I tell you this.
Yeah.
It's already done. It's already done. I mean, like, what it feels good that that my name can be put in that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
trust me, that was yours.
Man.
That was yours to get, man. See, you can't really, you don't know everything because we only have limited use of our brains.
Yeah.
We don't know how to use our brains to its full
That's a fact.
potential. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something. I have faith, and I'm not talking about church faith.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly have faith that these steps I'm walking, I know they ain't all right,
Yeah.
but they're going to lead to the place I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to believe that out here because nothing is guaranteed.
Facts.
Yeah, it's actually, if you think about the logic, it would make you say, oh, it's insane for me to be out here trying to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Absolutely.
So true.
The odds just don't add up.
Yeah.
But if you just walk your path and have that faith in what you're doing,
Yeah.
and you can't fake faith.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
a lot
you
of,
can't.
lot of people who try to do it, and it's hilarious watching them talk about it. Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I met some dude, I was at that veggie grill, and this dude was telling me about how he did all this and here. I'm like, you just